How's it going? Welcome back to the Football Huddle. You're here today with just me, Sean Murphy. Nick and Demetrius can't make it this week, so it'll be me just filming, which I guess works out because I wasn't able to go last week, so it kind of evens out for everybody. But obviously, I'm here with you to talk football and maybe some other things to have a little fun show with y'all. And I'm trying some new things today and see if y'all enjoy it. Just obviously let us know in the comments, and I hope y'all have a great time watching the show. So obviously I'm just gonna quickly recap some of the people that I have been posting on our Gridiron Football article. I first started off with Tyler Mercer. He's a interior offensive lineman from Tulane. Or I mean not Tulane, from Prosper, but he is committed to go to Tulane for next semester since he's graduating in December. He'll be a part of the team next year, but he wanted to go for spring training, so you can learn everything and more about him on our website. He's a 6'4", 285-pound lineman, and him and the other four other guys on the line have been doing a fantastic job. Obviously, we talked about Prosper in our show, I think 2 weeks ago, and they have a huge school with a huge program, and these five big guys have been protecting the quarterback all year, and he's a big part of that. So he should have a good time at Tulane coming down to the boot and playing for the Green Wave. My next diamond in the rough was about Darius Williams. He's a senior edge rusher and linebacker from Natchez High School, located in Natchez, Mississippi. Darius is a 6'2", 205-pound athlete who uses his quickness and his speed to move around offensive linemen to get to the quarterback. Right now, at this point, he's had a couple of offers here and there, but he obviously wants to continue his game, with this being his best season so far in his high school career, and get more offers to play at the next level. Both of these guys that I've talked about so far were fantastic in our interviews together, and they're both great people. The last interview I've done the last week was about Brody Scoggins. He's a 6'2", 205 long snapper from Coppell High School in Coppell, Texas, kind of outside of the Dallas area. Brody's been a long snapper since his freshman year. He originally started at tight end, and the team needed someone to play long snapper, so he gave it a try. And during the season when he was on the JV or the freshman A team, the varsity long snapper got injured, causing him to move up. And since that day, he's taken it super seriously, going to different camps, going to the Coles professional camp, where in his class of 25, they have ranked him number 10 in long snapping in the nation. Brody looks to continue his game the next 2 years, of junior and senior year, and looks just to get some offers and play at the next level too, like everybody I've talked about wants to. Lastly, I had a school spotlight on Fresco High School. Fresco High School is a 5A football program in Fresco, Texas, also just kind of outside the Dallas area. They're looking to improve their seasons, as they've never won a championship, but they've had a very impressive couple of years last year with Coach Harbert. He's had a winning record with most of the seasons that he's had throughout his time at Fresco, and with their 5-1 record at the moment, they look to keep on improving with star athletes like quarterback Colbert Harbor, running back Camden Pendergraph, wide receiver Jackson Voris, outside linebacker Mason Mitchell, cornerback Jalen Archibald, and more. These guys have been an impressive group for the core of the team itself. And obviously there's more kids that I haven't mentioned, but all of them working together have done a great job, and the football, doing a great job for their football program for this year to try to win a state championship. So next, I want to talk about the New Orleans Saints for a second, because I'm just, as a New Orleans Saints fan, I'm excited what I saw last week. I was trying to get a little shaky for me and myself, as a fan, being 2-2, winning games that I thought we were gonna win, and all around offense not looking great. But we came back this week and had a game that we know we needed to have, and that we know we can do. Obviously, we beat the Patriots 34-0. This game started off really fast with us getting up 24-0 at halftime with a pick six from Tyrann Matthews and other touchdowns coming around. Derek Carr, 18 for 26, 183 yards and two touchdowns. That's just the efficiency that we want, and that's why we went and got this quarterback. We're not looking for a guy to go absolutely crazy, but if we can win games like this every week and not turn over the ball, that is exactly what we're looking for. Alvin Kamara, coming back week 2 from being back from his suspension, has looked fantastic with 22 rushes for 80 yards and a touchdown, plus 3 catches for 17 yards. He has looked tremendous since he's been back, and I only think it's going to improve when Jamal Williams comes off of IR and returns to the team. Kendre Miller, on the other hand, has shown himself to be one of the best rookie running backs, in my opinion, in this draft class, with his explosiveness and his ability to catch passes and his ability to move off of the ball, or move in space when he has the ball. He also looks like he's going to be a great part of his team moving forward. And, we have still Michael Thomas, Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave, Taysom Hill. Juwan Johnson should be coming back hopefully this week, maybe next week. Jimmy Graham, Foster Moreau, just a bunch of people who on the offense seem like they're starting to get their rhythm together. The offensive line is, I think, held them to 2 sacks. One sack was on a miscommunication by our fullback. Those are mistakes that will happen earlier in the year, and hopefully we'll fix them. He went to go block the right side when he should have blocked the left side, and a miscommunication just let the defender run straight to Derek Carr. The other one was a 3rd and long, and Derek Carr was just holding the ball, trying to find something. Nothing ended up happening. We still ended up getting a field goal off of that sack. So, it's a lot's improved on the offensive line throughout the first 2 weeks when we're letting up just way too many sacks a game, and we've definitely the line seems to work together now, and hopefully they can continue working together throughout the season to give Derek Carr enough time and to let Alvin Kamara and the other running backs rush for the best that they can do. I will say, though, one thing that I did notice is I think we need to give Chris Olave the ball more. He only had 2 catches on 5 targets, and one was for a touchdown, obviously, but as a receiver that we want to be our franchise receiver for the rest, 5 targets seems a little low to me. Obviously, in my opinion, I'm fine if someone else is having a hot day to feed them, like Michael Thomas had a good day himself, being 7 for 4 catches, 65 receiving yards. But I will say, in 2 weeks with Chris Olave getting 16 yards, that is completely unacceptable. We should definitely be trying to figure out a way to give him the ball more. Our defense, on the other hand, looks fantastic. Obviously, the Patriots being a weak offense, putting up 3 points the week prior, but we have to take what we have to take. Those are our opponents, and we can't do anything about the opponents we play, but we did shut them out and made the most of it. Pete Warner got an interception that was that came from a nice hit from Jordan Howden. Jordan Howden looks amazing, by the way. Rookie safety who was taking place over Marcus May during Marcus May's suspension. Marcus May should be back this week, meaning that Jordan Howden might play less, but that guy definitely has a future on this team, and I think he's proved himself to the coaching staff and to all the fans that he does deserve a roster spot and a starting spot in the near future. The rest of the defense obviously did a fantastic job shutting them out. I think the Patriots got past the 50-yard line maybe once. I don't even know if it was one time, but we did a great job of rushing the passer, defending the wide receivers, shutting out the run game. Just everything kind of fits so well for what we were doing. And towards the end of the game, all we had to do was just run out the clock because we were already up by so much. So all around a perfect performance. I mean, obviously there's some need for improvements, but that's going to happen to any team that you ever play. Even the best team in the league, you probably say the 49ers need to improve in some ways. So yeah. So now we're gonna just try something different, and y'all can let me know if y'all enjoy watching things like this. I have since I'm by myself. I could talk about football all day, but I wanna bring some game atmospheres in here. So I've been thinking about doing two different type of football related games that we could play together, and y'all can watch along, and hopefully in the future we can, I can do this with Nick and Demetrius, and we can work together to try to solve these games or make trivias for ourselves and kind of just go around talking football, not just latest news, but just all around football, and just have some fun with it. So first game we're going to play is obviously I feel like most of y'all have heard what the Wordle is. It's a daily task where you look at the word, or you have 5-letter word, you pick a word, and they give you some correct things that are about it. About the letters correct, or if the word is in the letter, or the letters in the word. But we're going to do the football version of that called the Weddle today. So let's get started. Let's go with the Saints player to start off. Let's just go with Alvin Kamara, Saints running back, who is a complete baller. So far we've only gotten that it is an NFC player, but it's an old guy, low numbers, tall, probably a quarterback, I would say. So an older quarterback we can go with. Who we got? Probably let's go with Geno Smith. Geno Smith's on the older side. Okay, so he's older than Geno, but he is a quarterback who is 6'3", not in the West. So that means it's in the North or the East. So we're looking at teams like the Packers, the Vikings. It could be Kirk Cousins. The Bears. No, the Lions. Derek Goff could be it. Then we go to the East. It's the Eagles, the Giants, the Cowboys, the Rams. I think let's go with the Rams. Let's think it's Matthew Stafford. It's not Matthew Stafford, but he is 35. So it's a guy who's number 8, which I think that leads us just to Kirk Cousins. And it's Kirk Cousins. So that's the first one. Now we're going to play the hard mode. This one's obviously much more challenging because it has offensive and defensive players, and also special teams. There's just a lot, and they'll do backup players and everything. So just a lot of thinking of players on the team. So I'm gonna start off. I'll just start off with the first guy on the list, AJ Brown. Okay. Starting off with AJ Brown was obviously a great guess because we have Philly, and we know it's Philly. It's not on the offensive side, so it has to be the defensive side, and it's on the older side. Maybe not the older side, but it's a defensive guy, so we'll see. I'll just throw a defensive player out there trying to get a position-wise. Let's do Hazon Reddick. So it's not a linebacker on the team. It's a taller guy. He has a bigger number. He's older. I mean, I know it's not James Bradbury, but I'm trying to think if it's a cornerback, if that could help me out a little bit. So it's not a cornerback. He's still taller, so it sounds like a D lineman. On D lineman, they have Jordan Davis and Carter. They have who's their D edge? His name's like Brandon Graham, I'm pretty sure, is their edge. I'm pretty sure he's pretty old right now. I guess let's just go for it. Okay, so it was Brandon Graham, DN, 6'2", 35 years old, number 55. That was That was the hard version of the Weddle for today. Also, today is I'm filming this on Wednesday, the 11th right now. So that's the Weddle that we're doing for the day. So the next thing that we're gonna do is another little game just to play with each other. Again, let me know if y'all have fun viewing this, or if you think of anything else that we can do. We're obviously up to suggestions, and we just want to have the best show for y'all. So if y'all enjoy viewing this, let us know. So the next game that I'm gonna do is gonna be it's called the NFL Immaculate Gridiron Grid. It's on Dynasty Daddy. Pretty much for this one, you have 9 guesses to guess all the players on the board, and you're trying to guess players that people don't guess as much as other players. So obviously you see, it has the Saints on there, so I should be able to throw out some good names. I'm going to start with the Saints first because it's my favorite team. It's my team, so I have a lot of, I feel like, knowledge to get some players on the low. So we can start with the Broncos. So obviously Sean Payton just went to the Broncos, so they took a lot of players from us. They took, Will Lutz. Teddy Bridgewater played with them for a year. They took little Jordan Humphrey, Marquise Callaway, Tony Jones Jr. Let's see. I don't know if they take practice squad into consideration for this, but I do know that they signed Nick Van Etten from our practice squad. So I feel like that's a pretty low name on this list. Let's see if they have him on here as both teams. Okay, cool. Under 1. Let's go. That's a nice snag right there. So the Saints and the Jets. Obviously, you have Demario Davis, and also our before Demario Davis, we had Jonathan Velma, another Jets player. You have Chris Ivory. He's played for both. Who else? I can't believe I forgot. Obviously you have those legends, and Chris Ivory. But I have to get with one of my favorite Saints players of all time, who is now on the Jets, punting the ball for them, Thomas Morstead, for this category. Okay. So 6 interceptions shouldn't be too hard because I feel like there's not a ton of people who've done it. I don't even think Marshawn Lattimore's done it yet. So I know CJ's done it. Darren Sharper's done it. But actually, Darren Sharper was a Packer too. So I'll put Darren Sharper for the Packers 6 interception. And I'll put Tracy Porter because I'm pretty sure either around the time we won the Super Bowl, Tracy Porter was catching a ton of picks. So Tracy Porter will be my answer for the Saints, for the 6 interceptions. Cool. All right, another strong start with this. Let's try to keep it up. Let's see. So obviously the Jets and the Packers, we have Aaron Rodgers. That's probably the biggest name to guess. Brett Favre obviously also did the same thing. We've seen, all those comparisons between the two quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers also brought over a couple of people from Green Bay, though. Alan Lazard came over this year. Randall Cobb. I think that might be it. I'm going to go with Randall Cobb. I feel like he's going to be the lowest. If y'all are watching this, y'all can see that I'm just a horrible speller, but, we try. So for the only thing that's coming out to me right now is I do know that C.J. Anderson played for the Rams, and I know he's played most of his career as a Bronco. And that seems like a pretty good guess to me, but we'll find out in a second. Whoops. Let's go. That's a good guess. 6 interceptions caught for the Rams. Is it Ramsey? Jalen Ramsey played? Let's find out. He's probably had 6 interceptions. No, okay. He has not had 6 interceptions. So, other great players on the Rams who have played. Maybe safety. Eric Weddle. Eric Weddle seems like a player who would have 6 interceptions, so let's just go with him. That guy's correct. Pretty high. It's a green. Obviously, we don't want the greens. We want everything lower. But this is looking like a pretty good board. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head any Broncos or Packers. I don't know if y'all are thinking of any right now that I'm just blanking on. But I think I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from that one. Look at the Rams and the Jets. Do they share any receivers or running backs or quarterbacks? Quarterbacks maybe. Running backs, not thinking of any off the top of my head. I know when we get to this point, I always like to think of backup quarterbacks who've been on so many teams, and obviously the biggest name out there is Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I can't remember if he was a Ram at any point. I feel like he was on the Rams when they were in St. Louis, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I have no better guess right now, so I know he was a Jet, but let's put Fitzmagic in here and see what happens. Okay, he was an answer. Nice little score, obviously. A couple of greens. But overall, we did pretty well. Let me know if y'all thought of anybody that I didn't think of, or anybody better than I didn't think of. Blake Bortles and Clinton Dix played on the Broncos and the Packers, but yeah, those guys probably weren't going to come to my head right now, so this is what we're stuck with. I'd say all in all, those games we did pretty well in. Hopefully next time, if y'all like that, y'all can let me know, and we can, try to issue some games and some competitiveness between all the interns in the show. And I know today might have been a little boring, but this is just trying to, trying to get a feel of what we can do for y'all on this show to make it more entertaining for y'all. If y'all wanted us to do trivia, or if y'all have questions to ask, or if y'all just have any ideas of your own, we're welcome to hearing it. Obviously, if we aren't be able to do it, we can't do it, but we definitely want to make this the best show for y'all, and we're going to work every week trying to do that for y'all. I just thought that could be fun. Maybe it'd be better if there was more people involved and everything like that. So that's going to be it for this show. Obviously, our football magazine is going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks, so obviously keep an eye on that if you're in the Baton Rouge area. Also, keep an eye out for updates on our Senior Bowl that's happening December 27th to the 30th. Keep an eye on that, and we're starting to send out an invitation, so that roster should become close to finalizing soon. And I'm signing out now, and I'll see y'all next week.